Hey there, Sagittarius Sun, Sagittarius Moon, Sagittarius Rising. It's Maggie from Moon Directed. Welcome to my channel. Here we work with the energy to see how we can best utilize it to move our life forward in the most positive way possible. I'm laughing because when I tried to start the video a second ago, I totally knocked my microphone and went flying everywhere. I thought, I hope that isn't harbinger of things to come, because you know we've got this big eclipse coming and it's happening in your 7th house of partnership, and I'm hoping that doesn't feel like everything, but it could. It really could, because you know eclipse is like, let's get rid of stuff, let's let it go. I mean, full moon says that, and when they're together, you know, that is like, whoa, on steroids, right? So happening in your 7th house of partnership. That's first thing Monday morning, 4:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time at 8 degrees of Gemini. So depending on where you are in your chart, what you have going on at 8 degrees, that's going to be significant. So before I get any further and I forget, I'm going to be doing a live broadcast starting on Monday nights. Now I'll be calling it Moon Day Night Live. It'll be at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here in the U.S. It will last from 7:30 until 9:30. I will be pulling cards for each of the signs, random order, and then I will take time at the end for questions depending on how much time there is. But at 9 o'clock sharp, when I turn into a pumpkin, we have to cut it off. I really fade fast then. So I would love for you to join me, so come and do that. And I also want to take a moment to thank everybody who has been sticking by me through my crazy year of 2020, where I got COVID and I couldn't be on here, and then I went on my spiritual healing journey. And so thank you so much for all the likes, the shares, the subscribes, for hanging in there and helping me to keep things going. And I am wishing you the best moving forward. And you guys look like you have something really wonderful coming. You have the 9 of Cups. You have the 9 of Cups, emotional satisfaction. And so this clearing out, this energy that you are releasing, is going to allow you to really find what brings you joy, what brings you happiness. The sun is rising. She is leaping off of a treasure chest that's wide open, and she's tossing the 9 cups of happiness into the air to be filled up by the sunlight. And even though this is, you know, usually you get the emotional energy that comes from the 9 of Cups, that is literally, those cups are being filled with light. They're being filled with light. Very nice for a fire sign. So this is the Light Seer's Tarot, and I just like to go in. She has these really nice little affirmations that she has in here for each of the different cards. And so let's just see what she has. It says, I open my grateful heart to the gifts that are coming my way. She is tossing them up into the light and allowing the divine to fill the cups. She's not saying, with the 9 of Cups, you know, when you think of it, it's usually like the guy sitting there smugly and they're all filled up, you know, and he's got all the emotional satisfaction that he needs, and he's sitting there all smug. This is, I open myself up to the gifts of the divine. I am willing to allow space. Those are empty cups, right? The full moon in Gemini. I am releasing. I am clearing space. I am making space for the gifts from the divine to come in. So amazing. This is a creator moon. This full moon is about creation. The North Node is in Gemini, and the North Node says, what are you curious about? What do you want to learn? And so here we are, we're all seeking new and interesting. What is new and interesting to us, and what can we create that's new and interesting in our lives? It looks like you are willing and able to allow the divine to co-create with you. That is the best way to get the best results, right? So let's see what we have going on for you. But that is a great way to start. Super excited about that. We do have Mercury moving into Sagittarius on Tuesday. And this is going to come into trine energy with Chiron, the wounded healer, in Aries, which all this is very supportive of what's going on in your chart, because you're Sagittarius and a fire sign. So, communication or an awareness of where the wounds are that need to be healed. and you being willing to allow the divine to fill up your cup of happiness. Not somebody. The happiness comes from within, and you are a spark of the divine. So this is allowing a lot of room and expansion for growth. Whoa. Okay, so you have, what do I need to release? These cups are empty and they're being tossed up. I think what you need to release is emotion, because this is emotions are running high. Emotions are running high. What do you need to release? And I think this is, oh gosh, maybe you need to go for a run just to help you to release some of this emotion in a very positive way. Communicating out what it is that you're wounded about, important. I feel a need for rhythm. I feel a need for flow. Let's get another card. This is a real understanding that the joy and the happiness comes from within, and being willing to let go of control. Okay, so the South Node is in Sagittarius. And so as we move from the South Node to the North Node over the course of the next, year or so, Sagittarius, you're going to be hit by all of these eclipses. And having come off of, I have a rising sign in Capricorn and the sun sign in Cancer. And I got to tell you that the past 18 months going into this cycle, the North Node was in my sun sign and the South Node was in my rising sign, and every eclipse was really triggering. And so that's part of why I needed to take a break. But this is a time of soul evolution. And for everybody, really, because coming up in 2 weeks, we get that new moon that's also an eclipse, but it's happening in conjunction with the galactic center. And that's just like, that's limitless. And so what do you need to release? Limiting, self-limiting beliefs, belief systems, things that you really always took to the bank, like this is a fact. Maybe it's not. And maybe you were curious about what's new, what's next, what's real. What can you let go of in order to bring about this fresh start? You have fresh start. It's change. It's the yin and the yang, the light and the dark. A wonderful new beginning is blossoming in my life. If you're willing to release and let go and throw your cups up there and allow the divine to put you in flow, oh my gosh, the galaxy is the limit. And even then, I think you can keep going. Really powerful. All right, so on Tuesday night, the moon is going to move into Cancer, 10:33 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This moon in Cancer is more emotional than ever. It's just kind of hard to say. But we've got Venus in Scorpio that's going to trine that. We've got Neptune in Pisces trining this moon. And then the moon is going to oppose Pluto that says, what are you transforming? It's going to oppose Jupiter, says, how can you expand that transformation? And then Saturn that says, well, what's the plan? And so your dreams, what makes you fill up in far as, because Scorpio is Cancer's 5th house of creativity. And so what makes you feel all that love from Venus creatively, in partnerships, in fun, in finances, but it's wrapped around this creative energy. So much creative energy over the next couple of weeks. Right now it's just like really heightened, And I think you'll be really feeling that. People are going to want to talk about their emotions. This is happening, though, in your 8th house of transformation. This is the part where you throw those cups up and you say, okay, universe, I'm ready. What you got? I can't wait to see. I think it's releasing of expectations and being open to what comes in. Being really open. Being really open. We have the gift of neutrality. Balance is at work in my life. It's so funny because the moon at this position, when it's in Cancer this time, is in the air arena of balance. Balance is at work in your life. Yin and yang are opposites in the energy, but reside side by side to create the gift of neutrality. Look, the yin and the yang here. And then you have single-mindedness. Choose your own path and what is best for you. That doesn't sound like they're the same thing, but I think they're very supportive of each other. Taking the emotion out of it, tossing those cups up and letting the emotions flow out of it so that they're empty. Now you're neutral. And the single-mindedness is, I'm going to fill this cup with what I want to create. I am open to the gifts of the divine. Well, you're divine. And so what are the gifts that you came here? What did you come here to create? You people like to say, I just want to know what my soul path is. What is my soul purpose? Well, your soul path purpose is to create. What you choose to create is totally up to you. You came here with certain gifts. A lot of times if you get your astrology chart done, and I do work with people on this, there's an opportunity to figure out where your gifts are that way. But you can do it through self-reflection. You can do it through meditation. You could do it through journaling. You could do it by being neutral and stepping to a higher point and looking at your life and going, well, I'm good at this, but I'm not so great at that. I want to work on this. I can master that. What do you want? Because you need some kind of a plan. Capricorn council there, Pluto, Jupiter, and Saturn, they're all going, what do you want? Because on the 21st of this month, as soon as you're stepping out of that Sagittarius season and you're moving into your second house of what you value, self-esteem, self-worth, finances, at 0 degrees of Aquarius, on the solstice, Saturn and Jupiter are going to move into Capricorn, into Aquarius. That is wide open spaces. What do you want to create? So much opportunity going on there. When they move into that, that's your third house of communication. So knowing what it is that you want to communicate out to people by then will be highly beneficial in allowing you the flow to get you there. On Saturday, well, first off, on Friday, the moon is going to move into Leo. Leo is your 9th house of communication with spirit. Knowing what you want and asking for it becomes really important. I feel like the table's been set, but you get to decide from the buffet of life what you're bringing to the table. What do you want to have? So, and there are no wrong choices, there's just choices. And you could try something and go, no, that doesn't work, because we have the North Node in Gemini. And Gemini says it's okay to change your mind. Like you can change your mind every 2 minutes if you want, right? So it's an opportunity to kind of sample from the buffet of ideas to create what it is that you want. such a powerful opportunity. It is just, for you, it is really releasing and letting go of the self-limiting beliefs and start exploring the possibilities. And understanding how resilient you are. That no matter what happens, you get to pick yourself up, dust yourself off, take a look around and go, I'm taking that with me, I'm leaving the rest behind and moving on. This card, this is the third time I've seen it today, have faith in the process. And I want to say it's shown up for all the fire signs. That's pretty funny. Have faith in the process. She's in this little red wagon. The wagon says faith on it. And there's these little birds. They're looking forward. The birds represent spirit. They're looking out for you. It's going to go in the direction you want. Ask for help. Ask for guidance. Ask to be in the flow. And then have faith in the process and throw your cups in the air and say, I'm open. I'm ready. What you got? Bring it. Right? Bring it. I'm ready. I can do this. Saturday, Venus is going to be in a really nice aspect with Neptune over in Pisces. This is really supportive of these dreams that you want, these goals, these wishes. And it's in the very nurturing energy for you, your fourth house of home. And what home means to you. Okay, I gotta tell you, I've had this deck for a long time and I have seen this card. I just don't believe I've ever seen it doing a reading for YouTube. You have the magical map shifter. Timelines are shifting. Choices are being made. The decisions that you make when you release, when you turn over to spirit, when you say, this is what I really want. I want this fresh start and here's where I'd like to go. Your word determines your trajectory. You choosing to believe in you. You choosing to have faith in the process. You choosing the direction you want to go in. You are writing, you are drawing, you are the cartographer of your own freaking life. You are the one making the map for your destiny. Don't make it hard. Make it easy. Throw your cups up in the air and say, Spirit, I'm open to suggestions, but this is where I want to go. You don't have to map it out so much as you have to just kind of know where you want to go and then be open to how you get there. Be open to the shifts and the changes as things wind and shift and go along the topography of your life moving forward. This is amazing energy. The only thing that becomes super important is your willingness to release control, to release limitations that you've imposed on yourself, and to open up to spirit. They're pulling the wagon. Just trust that they know where you're going. This dude is blindfolded. It is faith in the process. Know where it is that you want to go. That's your job this week. Your single-minded focus should be on, okay, let's say it's partnership. I want to be in a loving, supportive partnership with somebody who allows me to grow and I allow them to grow. We're equally yoked, we're balanced, we work together, we grow, we learn, we love, we laugh together. That is not a certain person. That is not a certain... Those are features of what it takes to resonate with your heart in a relationship. And then throw your cups up into the air and allow it to come to you. And that's just a relationship. You can choose whatever you want. I picked that because that's in your 7th house of partnership. So it could be A work situation. I'm looking for the perfect collaborator on this passion project I'm working on. It is the creation of something that requires two people. What is it that you want? What are you trying to create? Focus on as broad of a picture as you can. Yet don't just say, I want to be in a relationship. That's too broad. Let's get a little more specific than that. I want to be in a relationship that can handle the valleys and the mountains, right? All of it. You pick what works for you, what's important to you. Okay, so I'm going to read you this one more time, and then we're going to go to people that commented on my video last week. I have two. I have two that I'll be pulling cards for. Okay, we're looking at Nine of Cups. I open my grateful heart to the gifts that are coming my way. That's amazing. All right, I will hopefully see you guys tonight, every Monday night, 7:30, at least for a while. We'll see how it goes, but I'm really looking forward to doing Moon Day Night Lives, and I hope you will join me, and we can build this community a little more and get to know each other. All right, I will talk to you soon. So this is for Amy. Amy, thank you so much for leaving me a message. Thank you for connecting. I'm super excited. And let's get you a special message for guidance during this very important week. This very important energy. You know, I think I still have like 5 videos to go. I don't know. I do them in random order. And I keep seeing this card. I think this is like the 4th time it's come out. And the 2nd time I've gotten this one. So we have Ascended Master and we have Discovery. Oh, Gemini. Somebody in Gemini got this. Okay. So, interesting. This is about connecting with your spirit team to help you discover what it is in your life that is of value. So he's panning for gold and he's sifting through all the things that don't work. And honestly, those hands are wide open with support. I still have the deck I used for her to figure out a possible Ascended Master that you could work with in case you don't have one you regularly work with. I think what you're going to discover is that what is really valuable is what is truly in your heart. Like that big dream, that big wish, that big ask that you've never really, okay. Apparently there's someone you work with regularly because it says trust your vibes. And it says thank you, angels. Today I choose to trust my intuition and your guidance. So if there's not someone in particular you're working for, then ask for the angels and your guides, your ancestors. Ask the Hilaron to help you access your Akashic records, to help you to discover what is that nugget of gold that's going to get you started down this path. There's a lot of power. There's a lot of support. So listen to your intuition. Sagittarius always has amazing intuition. You know, you just know things, right? Like, I don't know. And people look at you like, you don't know that. I know that. You do. You know that. So trust that. So if you don't specifically know by name, find some kind of a book or something and open it up. And honestly, I don't know why, but I looked at the bottom of the deck and it's Uriel Uriel is how you tap into your Akashic records. It says, shine your light, Archangel Uriel. Thank you for helping me to share my light with the world. So Uriel, that's Uriel. If you're looking for someone to maybe start with, try that. But that looks really good. I'm excited for you. It looks like you've got something big on the horizon that you're about to discover. About yourself, about where you're going. Looks good. All right. Cherokee. Let's see what we get for you, Cherokee. I called you regarding the first one, so this is the follow-up to that. Okay? Cherokee. Cherokee, when I saw this, it made me think of our conversation, the magical map shifter. Okay. All right, so I know you have this deck, so I'm going to allow you to kind of get into this, but we have letting go. We have letting go. And I see, you know, one door is open, one door is closed, and one door is cracked open. And I think she's trying to get through the door that has this shiny star back here. But she's dragging these dogs that are fighting her, and it looks like the wind is blowing, and she's having a hard time dragging It's really interesting because to me, dogs are about loyalty, right? So it feels like dragging ideas that you've really believed in and you feel very loyal to. You know, I think this one dog has already escaped over here. So that's one way of looking at the card. The other way to look at the card is this dog right here looks like he's trying to stop her from going through the door, and dogs are so loyal and protective. And so is there a doorway that she's trying to go through? And that might not be you. Is there someone or something you're trying to stop from going through a door and somebody's trying to stop you, or you're trying to go and spirit's trying to stop you? The other card you have, though, is beautiful. You have happy success. So I feel like no matter what happens, when you make the choice that you are going to be successful, I think you will know if you need to let go, if something needs to let go of you. A woman releases powerful dogs that have been dragging her along. The dogs have been dragging her along. The dogs have been pulling in different directions and holding her back from the inviting options that she has longed to experience. In order to enter these enticing adventures, she is choosing to free herself from old impediments, and you have the power to free yourself as well. It's kind of like Eight of Swords energy. There is something in your life that you're ready to let go of. It could be an old job, a location, or even a relationship that doesn't suit you anymore. Okay, so this is a big release, a big letting go. But obviously, with the happy success following up on it, letting go of limiting beliefs about partnerships feels really key here. And being open. So, you did not comment on Scorpio, but you commented on Capricorn. So, we'll see where the story ends there. All right, you take care. Talk to you soon.